Namaste. Sorry, I got a bit delayed because it was not connecting. The system got very slow. So anyway, I'm sorry for that.
Namaste, Maharaj.
Namaste, namaste. Okay. So we'll start with our prayer. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Sahana Bhavatu Sahanu Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karvavahai. तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम तव कथामृतं तप्त जीवनम कविभिरीडितं कल्मषापहम् श्रवणमंगलं श्रीमदाततं भुवि गृह्णन्ति ये भूरिदा जनाः May we be protected, may we be nourished, may we strive with energy and vigor. May our study be enlightening and not give rise to hostility. Om peace, peace, peace. Your nectar-like words and warm and inspiring life stories, eulogized by learned sages, are indeed eradicator of shoots of ignorance. These are auspicious to hear and propitious to inculcate in one's own life. Those who take these words to the world are indeed great benefactor of the world. We are studying Sri Sarada Devi and her divine play. Today one lady came, and this is, it is eternal topic. That lady is suffering from various pains, various difficulties. So I thought, why not we talk about a little of that and what is the solution that Holy Mother gave. The first thing Mother said, being embodied person, we cannot do away the physical pain. As we know, we have three kinds of pain. One is Adi Daivik, Adi Bhautik, and Adhyatmik. Adi Daivik, Adi Bhautik, and Adhyatmik. Adi Daivik, when there is a disbalance in principles of nature, then we suffer. Say lots of rain, earthquake, flooding, etc. So Daiva, the divine, because of that we suffer. Adi Daivik, Adi Bhautik, and Bhutas, Pancha-bhutas, 5 bhutas are there in our body-mind complex. And when there is disbalance, there also we suffer. Some take this Bhautik means whatever is physical being, like from animal, from snake, all kinds of suffering. That also can be taken. And Adhyatmik, some would explain that it is related to a person. But we can also extend that to our spiritual problems. That means when we do not know our real nature, we suffer. So we suffer because of Adi Bhautik, Adi Daivik, and Adhyatmik. 3 kinds of suffering we can see. Why we suffer? Because we want something, but we don't get it. Then we suffer. We have desires that I should be healthy, But a person cannot be eternally healthy. One will have to suffer various kind of disease. That's why Gita Bhagwan says in the Gita, Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi Dukkha Doshanu Darshanam. All the time, we should see the faults and also defects of this body-mind complex, that it has birth. Taking birth is a suffering. Like childhood, just imagine, everything is so dirty. So Janma, Mrityu, death, even fear of death, all the time chasing us. Oh my God, the lady was telling that uh, I I had the other day as if I had heart attack and I was dying. So this is not new. So then I told her, I got 3 stents. So Adi Devik, Adi Bhautik. So this is a natural thing, an adhyatmic. The main suffering is because we do not know our real nature and we are groping in darkness. We do not know where to go. And we are very fortunate to have gurus, those who have taken the shelter at the feet of Guru. They are somehow, they are protected. It's a great shelter. So I told the lady, just imagine that so many people have no homes to live, homeless. And many people don't have enough to eat. So count your blessings. Why should you see all the time what you don't have? And think of those people who are in war zone. Anytime they can die. We also, this body also can fall anytime, any day. So, spirituality will not protect us from physical pain. But physical pain is only infinitesimal. Our main difficulty and main pain, main problem is we invite pain. That we say, oh bull, why you are going that way? Come and hit me. What is the point? Point is, I asked her, could you sleep? Yes, I slept very well. So if someone can sleep, that means what? One can detach oneself from his or her body-mind complex. I mean, this example, I am taking one example. It's a same thing with everyone. The main thing is connection. Sri Ramakrishna gave an example. Somebody was sweeping and another person came and informed, Mr. So-and-so has died. Oh, he was a good man. Oh, it's too bad that he died. And sweeping also was going on. Means day-to-day work. Sweeping means day-to-day work. But suppose that person told the other person that your brother died, and immediately that broom would stop and maybe the person would faint. What is the point? Point is, the other person was not related. As soon as a person discovers that that person who died was related to that person, the other person who was sweeping, then what happens? Then suffering comes. When we relate with something, then only suffering comes. Spirituality helps in this regard. That spirituality gives us capacity to detach from all those sufferings. So there will be some pain, but it is not devastating. If we see Sri Ramakrishna, if we see Holy Mother, they also suffered bodily ailment. But mentally, they did not suffer. Apparently, they may say also, oh, see, I'm suffering so much. But in reality, like Sri Ramakrishna, Hari Maharaj, when Hari Maharaj, Swami Turiyananji came and saw him, and Sri Ramakrishna said, see, I am suffering so much. But Hari Maharaj told, but I see you are enjoying. Then he said, this rascal has caught me red-handed. So that means detachment of mind. If one can detach one's mind, then one is saved. Now, Holy Mother, how Holy Mother devised, what Holy Mother said regarding this. First, she said, when you are in suffering, in pain, then look downward. And when you are in high, you are healthy and very top of the world, then you look upward. What is the meaning? Meaning is when you are in good mood, you are enjoying the essences and this world, then you see there are so many people who are higher than you. They have more money than you, they have more power and more enjoyment than you. You are very in comparison to them, you have only infinitesimal. So when you compare, then you will not feel egoistic. And when you are suffering, you see the other. So many people are homeless. So many people have nothing to eat. See, we have computer, we have a shelter. So we should thank and we should count our blessings. Thank God that we are not homeless. In this Oregon, here it rains, it is damp and cold, and they stay outside. Somehow they survive. So at least we are better than them. So this way our suffering will be less. When you have suffering, when you are suffering, look downward. Then you'll see so many people are suffering, more than you are suffering. So this will reduce. And when you are in happy mood, then look upward. Holy Mother solution. Very nice solution. Then Holy Mother said, keep on doing something. Most of the time, our mind is idle. So Holy Mother said, keep on doing something. Like some service. Holy Mother never say, idle. Something or other doing. This is a great thing. Mind is engaged. So I suggested that lady that you can read, you can write. Oh no, then neck pain is there. So at least, one can exercise, one can take rest in between. So these are the things, Holy Mother, according to Holy Mother, that one should engage oneself with some service. Very important. So the physical pain may not go, but at least you will not feel that way. Your mind is not connected with that. And more important, Mother said, jar nei she jopo, jar ache she mapo. That means those who do not possess anything, at least you can do japam or you can pray. So Holy Mother solution, when you see this, how to handle, if you are miserable, look downward. Then you'll feel you're not that bad. And secondly, keep on doing something. Engage your mind with something. And the most important thing is to pray to God and to do japam. If you love God, physical pain will be away from you. So at least we can have these three teachings of Holy Mother, very, very practical. It's not that something philosophical. So with this, we can start our reading. And this is why I said this is universal. Even in a physical pain, everybody one will have. Everyone will have. And Bhagavan Sri Krishna said, Anityam Asukham Lokam. This world is temporary. Anityam. Asukham. Here, misery is the theme. You cannot have happiness. And whatever ordinary people say happiness, Viveki, those who are discriminating person, they see it full of misery. Sarvam dukkham vai vivekinaha. The discriminating person knows that everything that we experience, it is full of misery. Then what is the source of joy? Hari bhajan bina sukha nahi re. Without, taking the name of God, without bhajan, there is no happiness. A king thinks, the Chakravarti king is happier. But he knows that he is not happy. Always he is fearful of other opponents. All, everything is fraught with fear. Everything, except one thing. That is vairagya. Vairagyam eva abhayam. Sarva vastu bhayanritam bhuvininam vairagyam eva abhayam. So, it is detachment. If we cannot do physically, at least mentally we should know that this world does not belong to me. This belongs to God. Why should I bother? What is happening politically? What is happening economically? We cannot do anything. We suffer only. Why should we suffer? Enjoy. So then there is no suffering. Okay. Okay, let us go.
Oops. We're on page 457. Mother of all. One day in Jairambati, Nalini saw the mother clearing away a devotee's dirty plate. She remarked, "My goodness, aunt, you are clearing away the defiled food of people of all castes." The mother calmly replied, "People of all castes are my children." Her love unified the high and low, the rich and poor, regardless of caste.
See, this is another thing. Feeling that I am the mother and all my children. If I don't take care, who will take care? That's why mother said that I am mother of good, I am mother of bad people also. So this is, all our suffering starts with liking, disliking. Raga, dvesha, vijuktestu, vishayan indriyesh charan. Raga, dvesh. Rag means attachment. Dvesh means aversion. And this is natural. When we see something, we like something or dislike something. This is indriyasya, indriyasyarthe, raga, dvesho, vyavasthito. Tayorna vashma agachyat. Don't come under their sway. But our nature is that always will be tending to love something and hate something. This is our nature. So, and that's why you are suffering. But mother had that solution. All are my children. How can I hate my children? Whether they are good or bad, or dirty or clean, or saint or sinner, mother had no distinction. loving all. Even when India was enslaved by Britishers, and the 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 Swadeshi movement, those who are was fighting for freedom, of course, uh, without any so ahimsa means without harming anyone. So agitating by discarding foreign goods. But mother said, no, 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 you buy for my children. Then said, why mother, you should buy foreign goods? Mother said, they are also my children. See, this is mother's solution. Feel that all are one's relative or say children. Then this problem will not be there. Yes.
Swami
Vishweshwarananda.
Vishweshwarananda recalled, one day at Jairambati, after my meal, I was about to carry away my dirty plate, but the mother took my hand and stopped me. She then took the plate herself. I said, why should you do this, mother? I can wash it. The mother replied, how little I am doing for you. A child, as you know, soils the lap of the mother and shows its temper tantrums, but the mother calmly does her duty. You are highly cherished even by the gods.
But what happens when somebody says something, even little, it is so touchy. We are so all the time touchy, as if like that touch me not plant. If you touch, then we wilt. So mother is not like that. This is a great character. One should understand. It is transforming character. One will be transformed if just inculcate these qualities. Loving all. And sometimes, a person may be angry, may say something. Not to worry. Okay, go ahead.
Once in Udbodhan house, a woman came to see the mother with her baby daughter. The baby lay down next to the mother on her blanket and soiled it. Embarrassed, the baby's mother took the blanket and wanted to wash it, but the mother took the blanket from her and washed it herself. When the baby's mother objected, the mother said, why should I not wash it? Is she not my own? Gradually, the number of devotees began to increase, and sometimes they came to Udbodhan house at odd hours. They would unburden their problems to the mother, and she would guide them. She had very little rest. Observing her inconvenience, one day Golap Ma lovingly reproached her. Mother, what is the matter with you? You are too lenient. You extend your feet to whomever approaches you and calls you mother. The mother replied, what can I do, Golap? As a mother, I cannot withhold myself if someone seeks my help.
we might say, we don't have time. No, that is not the attitude of mother. All accommodating. Sometimes mother had to suffer for that, most of the time. But these are the qualities that one should inculcate. Yes.
Although, sorry, something's in my throat. Although the mother was a divine being, she acted exactly like a human mother. She could not utter the monastic names of the masters and her disciples. Rather, she would call them by their pre-monastic names, Naren, Rakal, Yogin, Sharat, Baburam, Krishnalal, Ras Bihari, and so on. When she was asked why, she replied, you see, I am a mother. It hurts me to call them by their monastic names. It is true, a son may be a president or a judge or a monk, but to the mother, he remains a son.
Yeah. So you know what? Sannyasa means he renounced the world. He has no connection with me, with the person. So mother could not think that way. Mother, that's why could not utter their monastic name, rather a home name, the pre-monastic name. Yeah.
Swami.
Yeah.
But Holy Mother herself gave sannyas.
Yes, yes. That is the Leela. That is Leela. She knew. And what is the purpose of it? Why one should renounce? But still, that motherly love, she kept it sacred and secret. That's the beauty of it. This you cannot get in scriptures. The life of Holy Mother, that's why it is so beautiful. She knew everything. Even a mother came and said, "You ask my daughter to marry." Then mother said, "How can I tell that? Do you not yourself know how much suffering there is in the world? How can I tell someone to get married?" So mother knew everything, but still that is the love. Okay, go ahead.
Although the mother was a divine being, she acted exactly like a human mother. Oh, wait, sorry. One day, Vishweshwarananda asked, "Mother, how do you look upon us?" "I look upon all of you as Narayana," Holy Mother replied. The Swami said, "Mother, we are your sons. If you consider us to be Narayana, you can no longer think of us as your sons." The mother calmly replied, "I look upon you as Narayana as well as my sons." This indicates how her divine and human aspects merged in her life.
Wonderful. Yeah.
In 1918, Suhasini went to see Holy Mother at Udbodhan House with her friend Sarada, later Bharatiprana. She lived in Bagbazar, so she visited the mother quite often with her little daughter Shanti. One day, Suhasini went to Udbodhan House without Shanti because the little girl was restless and would disturb others. When the mother heard this, she said, "Well, I never feel that she disturbs me. Moreover, it is the nature of small children to be a little naughty. Look at Radu. How much she disturbs me. Her mother is mad. I have to face all her problems and demands. Her demands are endless and some are meaningless. There is a Bengali saying, 'I shall make the wet sugar dry and the dry sugar wet, and then eat it.' This is the kind of demand that Radu has. If her demands are not fulfilled, she will shout and cry. I cannot tell you how many slaps and blows I have received from Radu. Radu's ill treatment of me greatly upset my mother. Sometimes she would grumble and say, 'You did not have a child of your own. I don't understand how you maintain your smiling face while taking on the trouble of others.' I would then console my mother with some pleasing words. Then Holy Mother kept quiet." Another woman devotee said with a smile, "Mother, if Grandma were alive today, she might have been irritated. Now so many men and women are calling you mother, mother, and disturbing you. Though we are not born from your womb, that does not mean we are not your children." Immediately the mother stood up and said firmly, "What did you say? That you were not born from my womb? Then from whose womb were you born? Are you not my children? Then whose children are you? Is there any other mother than me? I exist in all women and in all mothers. Those who come to me from any place are all my children. Know it for sure and certain. Those who come to me calling me mother They are all my children. My mother understood this towards the end of her life when she saw Naren, Raquel, Sarada, Yogin, Niranjan, Girish, and Nivedita. My mother was so happy when she heard them calling me mother. She used to say, finally Mother Durga has fulfilled my wish. My Sharda has now so many children. When they call me grandma, my heart is satisfied. I can't express my joy when they ask me for something to eat, or when they talk and tell me their stories. My mother gave them puffed rice and sweet balls, and they ate with great relish. She watched them and laughed. At that time, I saw great joy and satisfaction on her face. Then there were not too many women devotees, and very few could go to Jairambati. By the time women devotees began to visit Jairambati, my mother had passed away, but she left with great joy, seeing me as mother.
So the thing is, when Girish Ghosh asked point blank, he was very direct. He said, he asked mother, what kind of mother are you? Mother said, I am your real mother. I am not Patanomanai. Patanomi means, like monks or some other people will say, such and such mother. Mother. Monks is generally, they are supposed to ask, address all women as mother. So it is Patanomanoi. Patano means foster mother or godmother. Here also is godmother, like that. Patanomanoi, kothar kotha manoi. That means not for sake of conversation. And in Bengal, even small children are addressed as mother. Of course, girl child. Kothar kotha manoi, patano manoi, guru patni manoi. Because I am wife of your guru, not because of that. I am your real mother, Shotti Shotti Ma. And not only that, what happened? Girish Ghosh, when he was very young, he was suffering and he was at the verge of death. And all so people left all hope that he'll survive. But then once it happened that in the morning, a divine being, a lady, appeared and took him to the lap. So this he remembered. One day he was, Girish Ghosh went to Jairambati, and after taking bath, he straight went to offer pranam. Before that, he did not see the face of Holy Mother. But that day, Mother was wailing, so he lifted his face and he was wonderstruck. Mother, you? Mother considered, yes, I am. So Girish Ghosh remembered that in his childhood, he saw this mother. And today, it is the same mother who was in front of him. So, kathar katha manoi, not for the talking sake, mother, not for like foster mother or a godmother. It is real mother. And many of our monks, they also see in mother their own mother. And he who is sitting in front of you also. So it is like that. So it is mother, universal mother. That is why it is so beautiful. Yeah. So we go to the next chapter, Holy Mother as a guru. Guru is very important in our lives. What is the advantage or what is the speciality of Guru? Guru learns something and then it passes on to the next generation. So Guru has got that tendency to acquire something, then inculcate those things, then pass on to the next generation. So he has capacity and wherewithal. That's why Guru is very important in our lives. Whatever we are today, it is because of our Gurus. Yes, parents are also our first Guru. Parents, and then our teachers, they are also Gurus. Preceptors also are Gurus. Ultimately, it is God who comes in all these forms. So therefore, Guru plays a vital part in our lives. So here we'll see how Mother blessed one and all as a Guru. Guru is to remove the ignorance of disciple. Who can remove ignorance of disciple? It is God who does. It's not the capacity of human being to remove ignorance. It is the divine being. Only the divine takes any human form. So it is the importance is given to the divine, the supreme Guru, Guru of all Gurus. But he chooses his vehicle. Okay, with these words we can start. Aneka janma samprapta karma bandha vidahine atma jnana pradanena tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. I bow to the divine Guru who imparts to the disciple the fire of self-knowledge and burns away the bonds of karma accumulated through many births. So, Holy Mother as a Guru. Yes.
It is extremely important to understand the concept of the Guru and his or her role in awakening spiritual consciousness. According to the Vishwashara Tantra, Gu means darkness or ignorance, and Ru means remover or destroyer. In other words, the person who removes ignorance or the veil of Maya from the minds of the disciples is a Guru. Human beings suffer because of ignorance, and this ignorance can be banished only by the knowledge of God. Vedanta says that people are hypnotized by Maya. They must learn to dehypnotize themselves with self-knowledge, which leads to liberation. Ramakrishna described the role of a guru with this parable. Once a tigress attacked a flock of goats. As she sprang on her prey, she gave birth to a cub and died. The cub grew up in the company of the goats. The goats ate grass, and the cub followed their example. They bleated, the cub bleated too. Gradually, it grew to be a big tiger. One day, another tiger attacked the same flock. It was amazed to see the grass-eating tiger. Running after it, the wild tiger at last seized it, whereupon the grass-eating tiger began to bleat. The wild tiger dragged it to the water and said, "Look at your face in the water. It is just like mine. Here is a little meat. Eat it." Saying this, it thrust some meat into its mouth. But the grass-eating tiger would not swallow it and began to bleat again. Gradually, however, it got the taste for blood and came to relish the meat. Then the wild tiger said, "Now you see there is no difference between you and me. Come along and follow me into the forest." So there can be no fear if the Guru's grace descends on one. He will let you know who you are and what your real nature is. If the devotee practices spiritual discipline a little, the guru explains everything to him. Then the disciple understands for himself what is real and what is unreal. God alone is real and the world is illusory.
So this tiger, the cub, thought itself as a lamb, but actually it was a tiger. So only Guru recognizes and introduces him to his real identity. So that's the purpose of Guru. Yeah.
A human guru who is a knower of God and an illumined soul plays a vital role in spiritual life. Of course, the real guru is Satchidananda or God, and the spiritual light or power comes from him alone. But when this divine power manifests through some extraordinary illumined souls, they become gurus and have the power to illumine others, just as a lighted candle can light other candles. However, there are false prophets and self-styled gurus in this world. The Katha Upanishad warns us about them. Fools dwelling in darkness, but thinking themselves wise and erudite, go round and round by various tortuous paths, like the blind led by the blind.
Andhena niyamana yathandha. As a blind leads to another blind, both fall in a ditch. Similar. So another vital point is the tradition. Tradition means it's like the power handed over through generations. Like if a person is born in a particular family, say a professor's family, so or nowadays we can say like political power is transferred from one to another. So democratic way. So similarly, lineage, or we say the tradition, that's also a way where something is handed over from a guru to shishya and then from his disciple, like that. All our Vedas Vedas have survived because of that. So many families were dedicated to save Veda, and they handed over the tradition from one to the second. So this way, the tradition works. Sampradaya, we call it Sampradaya. So we have, and Shankaracharya honored Sampradaya very much. He said one may be erudite scholar, but if he does not belong to a Sampradaya, throw his words like trash. Sampradaya is very important because something is not written, something is handed over through human being. So Ramakrishna order is also a Sampradaya. Through that, some special powers are handed over from the guru to disciple. Okay, go ahead.
The Hindu scriptures testify that the divine power does not become fully manifest in the guru till his or her raw ego is completely wiped out. When this limited I-ness is annihilated, that person becomes an instrument of the cosmic I, or the divine mother. So the power of the guru is not human. It is the divine mother's special power that possesses the guru's body and mind. Regarding the identity of guru consciousness with God consciousness, the Guru Gita proclaims, the guru is Brahma, the guru is Vishnu, the guru is Shiva. I bow down to the guru who removes the darkness of ignorance from the eyes with the colorium stick of knowledge. The compassionate Lord removes ignorance and delusion from human minds through the divine power of the Guru. This is why devotion to the Guru and devotion to God are the same. The Shveshvatara Upanishad says, "He is truly a great soul who has the highest devotion for God and as much devotion for his Guru as for God. The truths explained to such a person will surely reveal their meaning to him." The mystery of God or the Atman is unfathomable because it is beyond thought and speech. That is why one needs an illumined Guru who can show the way. The Katha Upanishad says, "Wonderful is the expounder and rare the hearer. Rare indeed is the experiencer of the Atman taught by an able preceptor."
In Gita also Bhagavan says that Ascharyavat Pashyati Kaschidenam. It's very rare that someone realizes the Supreme Being. Ascharyavat Badati Tathaiva Chanya. Though it cannot be expressed, but some wonderful people are there who can express this in an effective way. Ascharyavat Badati Tathaiva Chanya. Ascharyavat Chainam Anyasrinoti. And some people are there, though it is very difficult to perceive after hearing, but they can understand the import of that teaching. So they are also wonderful in nature. But some may hear it 1,000 times, but they cannot get it. Ascharyavat chainam anyasrinoti srutvapena chaiva vedana kaschit. That even they hear so many times, because this is very rare to understand. It requires pure mind to even understand the import of it. One should not only hone one's intellect, but purity of mind is very, very important. Then only it shines. So it is like this. Something is behind the sheet of water. The water should be clean. And then it should be without ripples. But still an observing mind who is very sharp will be able to see it. So that is why it is important that mind should be clean and intellect should be sharpened. Because as yesterday we studied, that it is hiding behind the cave of intellect. Kartri, that means Jnatri, Jnaya and Jnana. Behind this, knowledge, object of knowledge and knower. Behind this, if we try to understand who is the knower, who is knowledge, what is knowledge and what is to be known, then we'll understand this is intellect, behind intellect. So intellect should be sharp. At the same time, the heart should be clean. Then only it shines. Otherwise, we hear many times, but we cannot have it. Okay, go ahead.
Let's see.
There are many gurus.
There are many gurus or spiritual teachers in the world, but as manifestations of God's power, all gurus are the same. At the outset of the spiritual journey, one should have love, faith, and steadfast devotion for one's own guru and follow his or her instructions implicitly. Later,
Yeah, see, this is very important. Shraddhavan lavate jnanam tat paraha sangyatindriya. those whose senses are under control, and who has firm faith. Firm faith means one-pointed devotion. And tatparaha, that means who is putting his effort, he attains it. Jnanam labdhva param shantim achirena adhigacchati. And it is a binding on such people who has that capacity to impart this knowledge, that one should approach with humility. Pariprashnena sevaya. Tadviddhi pranipatena. Know him, know the Supreme Being. Pranipata means with humility. Pariprashnena. And ask questions, valid questions, not that just for asking question. And pariprashnena and sevaya and service. The three things. Tadviddhi pranipatena, humility, pariprashnena, sevaya. Questioning and also service. Then upadikshanti te jnanam jnaninas tattvadarshina. Then the knower of self then will impart this knowledge. It is an injunction on them. It is binding on such knower of self to impart this knowledge. So, as the disciple has got some duty and also how to approach, similarly, some instruction is given to the Guru whom this power is imparted with. Okay. Later.
Yeah. Later in the advanced stage, one will realize this truth.
Mannatha.
Manata Sri
Jagannatha Madguru Sri Jagadguru.
My Lord is the Lord of the universe, and my Guru is the Guru of the world. Despite this sublime teaching, some narrow-minded fanatics develop guru cults and think their guru is the greatest. Without understanding the main purpose of the guru, they create various factions and fight to prove the supremacy of their respective gurus. Once Swami Satprakashananda said to Swami Shivananda, "Some receive initiation from Holy Mother and some from Maharaj, Swami Brahmananda. Is there any difference?" Swami Shivananda replied, "I don't see any difference. The same Ganges water is coming through two faucets. The same grace of the Master is coming through Holy Mother and Maharaj." According to Swami Shivananda, this Ganges water is Ramakrishna, who is purifying and awakening the God consciousness of people who receive initiation from the gurus of the Ramakrishna order. As an incarnation of God, the Master always reminded his devotees, Satchidananda, or God, is the only Guru, Father, and Master. He could not bear anyone calling him Guru, Baba, Father, or Karta, Master. To avoid developing a narrow Guru cult, all Gurus of the Ramakrishna order, from Holy Mother and the direct disciples down to the present Swamis, have pointed out that Ramakrishna is the Ishta, or chosen deity, as well as the Guru. He is the goal, the support, the Lord, the witness, the abode, the refuge, and the friend. The Kularnava Tantra, is that right? Kularnava?
Yeah, Kularnava Tantra. So before that, so this is here, he made it very clear that in our order, even Holy Mother, after initiating anyone, Holy Mother said, "This is your Ishta and he is your Guru." So Sri Ramakrishna is our Ishta as well as our Guru. Human factor is important because something is to be handed over. So that handing over is done by human Guru. But handing over what? It is the teaching that belongs to Sri Ramakrishna. So like that. So this is why in our order, Sri Ramakrishna is Guru and Ishta both. Kularnava Tantra says.
I think it's time, Swami.
Okay. Okay, yes. So we'll stop here. Thank you very much. Akshay?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like what to do if one feels lonely sometimes.
Okay. Why lonely? You know, in a family, parents are there, or friends are there, then say relatives are there, you know, and some people choose, like a monk chooses a solitary life. Why? Because if we see, we came to this world alone. Nobody was with you. And we are to go alone also. And even if, suppose you are in a family, what you are thinking, your whole world, it is your world. Apparently, we see we are connected, but actually, we lead our own life. So, this is the fact. And when this is the fact, so one should get ready for that also. Of course, there are, you know, like supports as parents, and we need sometimes, you know, from friends and some other. But in reality, all lead a solitary life. This is the plain and simple thing. Even you'll see the children of same parent, they think differently. The problem starts when parents want to impose their will on the children. So first, we have to understand that we lead solitary life, therefore, not to worry. And if we are to take refuge, we have to take refuge with God. God will come and help you, taking anyone as his vehicle. So if we are to take shelter or any help, it is better to take help from God. Right? So not to feel so feel what's that?
Lonely.
Loneliness. But you see, nowadays in America, it is said 2 out of 2, 1 is feeling lonely. And you know, here, that's the way of life. When a son is 20 years old, he leaves his home. Of course, his friends are there. But it's a wild, say, wild world. Because there are so many temptations, so many ways to destroy oneself, enjoyment. So in India, at least that's not yet a problem. Maybe in wealthy families, there may be some. So family support in the formative period is very important. And you know how this happened, most probably it happened because of the commercial age, when the family is divided, then they spend more and they feel, freedom. So that in a way it is good, but in a way it is not good. One should have the tradition of the family, and parents or grandparents, they impart that tradition. That's very important for the human development. So not to feel loneliness. You have so many friends, and not only that, whenever you seek one, there will be someone. Okay.
Maharaj, not that we only live a solitary life. Even if we live within a family, we still live in our mental world, because
That's
three
what I
people would
said.
be sitting next to each other, and no, even though you're talking, everybody is thinking different things. They're living in their own world at that time.
That is what I said.
Yeah,
And in this age of social media,
yeah.
sitting together, but they are with in the internet, and so many friends. Um, you know, I had say 5,000 friends in Facebook, the maximum number. So then I don't do now. Very, very rare that sometimes I browse. So don't feel lonely. So many friends are there, friends request. But of course, those friends are sometimes they are good also. And I had chance of few friends. We came to know each other through Facebook, and they are very good friends. So first, not to feel loneliness. Second, take refuge at the feet of God. Of course, parents are there, representative of God. Okay. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank
Pranam, Maharaj. Okay.
Namaste. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tatsat. Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Pranam.
Namaste, namaste.
Maharaj.
Yes, James.
you.
Namaste. Devi.
I feel lonely
Namaste.
all day long. I wait
Huh?
for this. I feel lonely all day long. I wait for this time only.
So
Only
you're
it will
not
be
alone.
10:30.
We all are together.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Jai Ma.
Thank you.